name is Oscar Jimenez, and I work with Wingspan, Southern Arizona's lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community. My position here with Wingspan is as manager of the anti-violence programs. The anti-violence programs, or the AVP for short, is an organization that provides advocacy and support for survivors of violence, all kinds of violence, domestic violence, sexual violence, harassment, and discrimination. And lately, we've had a big focus and emphasis on anti-LGBT bullying. At the end of last semester, the anti-violence programs received an increase of phone calls and requests from young people who were facing anti-LGBT bullying in their schools. Some of the complaints were that their teachers were not doing enough, that their principals were not doing enough, that they were looking the other way. And a lot of the requests were for assistance in getting their schools to do more, to recognize that this is a problem, to stop looking the other way. So the anti-violence programs has come together, and with the help of the community and local government officials and local law enforcement, taken on a campaign to raise awareness of anti-LGBT bullying. One of the problems is that sexual orientation and gender identity is still a huge taboo in this culture. Whereas it's a lot easier to talk about bullying because you're not good at sports, or because you might be overweight, or look different, or wear glasses, or your hair is funky. It is still very, very hard to have an honest conversation about sexual orientation and gender identity. So one of our main goals is to put it out there, use the words gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and stop taking the negative power that people are using to hurt others. So I'm holding here pictures of 7 young people who have ended their lives because the harassment and bullying got so extreme. These are young people from across the country. These are people that the media has highlighted in their reports. One of the fears in this project is that as soon as the national media stops talking about it, then we'll stop talking about it. Which is why we've decided every Thursday, for a very, very long time, but hopefully not forever because this will end, volunteers, people here from Wingspan, people from the community, parents, and other young people are going to raise public awareness by doing a demonstration of support for young LGBT people who might be enduring this kind of violence and harassment in their schools, as well as asking parents and teachers to talk about bullying, and specifically anti-LGBT bullying, anti-gay bullying. It's, as young people, we really want to make our parents proud of who we are. We don't want them to be ashamed of their kids. You know, it's one of our drives as human beings to make our families proud and to have a space in our family unit. We don't want to let them down, and so oftentimes we will live with this kind of harassment and bullying in silence. The sad part is that for every child that we know who has ended their life because of this bullying, this type of bullying, there are thousands of others who have endured this in silence and who have decided to take their own lives without telling anybody or reaching out for help, because they didn't see the support out either in their family or in their community that could have helped them, or simply because they heard homophobic remarks within their family, in their faith institutions, or in their schools, or from even their government. We see anti-LGBT legislation, and that trickles down into the schools, and people think that it's okay. It's a rite of passage to make fun of someone because we might perceive them as gay or transgender.